Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier have both been arrested this morning.
This is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years.
And Billups, ABC News is reporting, is tied to an illegal poker operation tied to the mafia. And so the FBI has been investigating this situation for several months, and in Rozier's case, at least 2 years.
I really don't understand this. We heard about Terry Rozier a couple years ago. We saw some of the highlights.
Yeah, Sags Phil, put 2,000 on my feet. I'm a motherfucking boss. It's gonna cost to talk to me. He ain't talking about.
And it did look like he was doing it, but like Chauncey Billups? Mr. Big Shot? That name in particular is one that I would have never thought I would see in headlines for something negative. But alas, the NBA's reputation has taken one of the hardest hits since Tim Donaghy's gambling scandal all those years ago. Let's break down what's real, what's speculation, and how this could affect sports moving forward. So here's what we know. Chauncey Billups was arrested, a part of a federal investigation involving an underground poker ring that apparently was tied to the mafia. They were using really high-tech gear, fake contact lenses, an x-ray machine that allows you to see, the front of cards if they're face down on the table. And we're apparently doing this for a very long time. And this was happening in different places across the country, like the Hamptons, Manhattan area, all the way out to Vegas. That was Chauncey. So for Terry, his case is separate but still linked under this big umbrella of gambling. And that's just downright stupid. He's accused of using insider information, leaving games early, having his homies bet the under on his game so that they can walk away with, a cash out, a nice payday. And apparently this may be a regular thing. Like Michael Porter Jr. mentioned something about this on a previous podcast.
You get mad at these dudes that do the sports betting, but think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under, this one game I'm gonna act like I got an injury and I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna come out after 3 minutes. That is so not okay, but some people probably think like that. They come from nothing and 100%. All their homies have nothing.
100%.
And they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all all hit on my under, we're all getting a little bag.
Yeah.
And see, I don't understand why if you make millions of dollars and have made it to the pinnacle of your career as a coach or as a player that you feel it necessary to continue to hoard money when you have it all. It's actually kind of sad because I know, especially if people don't come from the best background, some of those habits don't die. And, injecting players with a bunch of money doesn't mean that they're going to change as human beings, and honestly may make things a lot worse without proper guidance. So it's just really unfortunate to hear that stuff like this is happening all the time. Now, in regards to Chauncey Billups, I truthfully am at a loss for words. Growing up, I was a big fan of the Pistons in that 2004, 2005 kind of era when they went back to back, and Chauncey was the guy. And then when he got the coaching gig with the Trailblazers, I was like, man, this is it. The dude I remember, the leader, the guy who wasn't afraid to take a big shot is now taking on this challenge of trying to rebuild this organization. And now to hear about something like this, I'm just like, what is it? Is it the allure of gambling? Sports betting has been around for a long time, but it just seems like in the last couple of years, everything has exploded. Every sports podcast is sponsored by, some sort of betting book. The NBA promotes it, which is interesting. And you got to think, the people who work in the league who have access to information that other people don't. In the right situation, if you're trying to make it big and work your way up and get a few dollars, why wouldn't you take the information that you have and bet against it? It makes sense. But I feel like if the league doesn't get ahead of this, then this can really turn into a real problem. Because I imagine that this is happening at a much higher level than we probably think. They say the love of money is the root of all evil, and I definitely believe that. And I wish for, these players and coaches and whoever else is involved in this operation that they are able to remain present in the situation that they're in, understand that people would kill to be in their situations, and really just make better decisions. I understand with that schedule, that amount of money, it can take you really far away from reality, but it's just unfortunate. And as of a few minutes ago, it looks like the NBA has placed Chauncey and Terry Rozier on immediate leave. and I just don't know what to say. I have no doubt that the NBA will survive this. You know, we found out about this a while ago, and it hasn't been the subject of conversation until something pops up that's more forward facing. We just got to do better.